I hope you've been enjoying the content online, and I want to thank all my customers all over the world that are ordering and downloading the digital videos at fightingsecrets.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about repetitive drilling or static repetition and how important that's been, at least in my development as a martial artist. I know there's a lot of kind of downplaying about repetition, but things come and go, and there's a purpose and a need for all these different aspects of training. Now, when I transitioned into judo and jiu-jitsu, I had a karate school, but I basically started from scratch. So I had to figure out a way to accelerate my training. And based on my karate training, which did a lot of repetition, I thought that might be the fastest way to do it when I was doing judo. So I was practicing privates once a week with Oishi sensei in Manhattan. And what I did was create drills that encompassed what I thought were an important repertoire of foot sweeps, takedowns, and throws. And then I combined those into a set that had 15 techniques, essentially 4 or 5 of each. And I would do that every day, sometimes into the hundreds. Now on the weekends, I could probably see myself doing anywhere between 1,000 and 5,000 repetitions. Because if you take those 15 and do, let's say, 100 each, and you do several sets of those, you can see where I'm going with that. Now, what do you think the purpose of that was? Well, after a few months, my judo instructor said I should take group classes and ultimately test. Now, what you see here is actually live fight footage of my white belt test. I think it was about 6 to 8 months in of my judo training. And the way they did it was everybody lined up, and from white belts to advanced belts, and you had to fight the guy next to you. And if you kept winning, you went down. On that day, I think I did about 11 or 12 ippons. So I went deep into the colored belts. So literally in less than 8 months or so, I obtained my brown belt in judo. That's the way we did it back then. You fought, and if you beat belts at whatever belts you beat, you were pretty close to that caliber, as long as you had some of the technical knowledge of the curriculum, which I did because I was very studious in that manner. Now, the next thing, unfortunately, was my instructor ordered me to enter tournaments. And we're talking about 30 years ago. Brown and black belts competed together. So with less than 12 months, I'm competing against brown and black belts. Some of these guys had several years, if not even a couple of decades of training. Now, in these scenes that you have here, I'm actually throwing and even tapping brown and black belts. Now, some were worse than others, I admit, but you have to admit that within 12 months to be able to enter into a brown and black belt division in a completely different combat sport and do well, I think is a testament to how I structured my training routines, and actually has been the results that I've been helping with for people throughout the world with my home study course. If you're on a serious journey to continue improving your martial arts skill, I call it a journey in self-improvement, I really hope you take into consideration ordering my home study course. Now, if you look at the way the material is structured, I cover all the ranges of combat in a very systematic fashion, including the physical attributes. So not only do you have the striking arsenal, but you have the abs, weight training, flexibility, endurance. All that are also techniques to help enhance your striking and grappling skills. So go to fightingsecrets.com, check out the material. And if you have any questions at all, I'm available by email, fightingsecretsonline@gmail.com.